You can use this formula anytime you need to know how many of a certain day occurs during a time span, for example how many paydays, or as in this example, how many classes. I entered what start and end dates I thought would make 6 and 8 week courses. Thanks to Ben Collins for providing the guidance to use the networkdays.international function, which counts the number of working days between a start date and an end date. I entered what I thought was a 6-week time period in order to have 6 Mondays and 6 Thursdays, and then I entered what I thought was an 8-week time period in order to have 8 Mondays and 8 Thursdays. Let's use the formula to find out if I was right. To count Mondays, copy this formula into your clipboard. Equals, networkdays.intl, left parenthesis, B2, comma, C2, comma, quotation mark, 0 followed by 6 ones, quotation mark, right parenthesis. There are 7 numbers to represent a week of days, and in this formula, the week starts with Monday and ends on Sunday. That's why the 0 is Monday. Type or paste the formula into your clipboard using Ctrl+V into the cell where you want the result. Those dates produce 7 Mondays, not 6. Now, let's change the formula to represent Thursdays. We'll make the formula ignore the Mondays, the first day, and count the Thursdays, the fourth day. Copy this. Equals, networkdays.intl, left parenthesis, B2, comma, C2, comma, quotation mark, 3 ones, 0, 3 more ones, quotation mark, right parenthesis. Type or paste the formula in your clipboard using Ctrl+V into the cell where you want the result. Again. By using the formula in this time period to count Mondays and Thursdays, we will end up with 14 class days instead of 12, right? Copy this. Equals, networkdays.intl, left parenthesis, B2, comma, C2, comma, quotation mark, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 3 more ones, quotation mark, right parenthesis, where Monday is the first 0, and Thursday is the fourth. Type or paste the formula in your clipboard using Ctrl+V into the cell where you want the result. The formula is right, check a calendar, and proves the dates I've chosen are wrong. I have to change the dates if I want a 6-week course of Mondays, and not a 7-week course. Double-click in the cell to change the first start date. Here, I'll click on a date that omits the previous Monday. The formula counting Mondays automatically updated to the number of Mondays for which I was planning. But it still gives me too many Thursdays. Double-click on the date to choose a new date. I have to click to choose a date that ignores another Thursday without losing another Monday. That worked. I now have the dates I can use for a 6-week course. Let's see if I picked good dates for an 8-week course. Copy this formula. Equals, networkdays.intl, left parenthesis, B3, comma, C3, comma, quotation mark, 0, 6 ones, quotation mark, right parenthesis. Note, the cell references are the only difference if I'm counting Mondays. Type or paste the formula in your clipboard using Ctrl+V into the cell where you want the result. Ouch, one too many Mondays. To see if I have the number of Thursdays correct, copy this formula. Equals, networkdays.intl, left parenthesis, B3, comma, C3, comma, quotation mark, 3 ones, 0, and 3 more ones, quotation mark, right parenthesis. Type or paste the formula in your clipboard using Ctrl+V into the cell where you want the result. These dates have the correct number of Thursdays, and by using the formula equals, networkdays.intl, left parenthesis, B3, comma, C3, comma, quotation mark, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 3 more ones, quotation mark, right parenthesis, it'll show 17 instead of 16 class sessions. Type or paste the formula in your clipboard using Ctrl+V into the cell where you want the result. I'll change the start date to omit one of the Mondays. Double-click in the start date to choose a new date. To make sure not to eliminate any Thursdays, and only eliminate one Monday, click to select a new date. Hey, that did it. To use the networkdays.international function, remember the zeros represent workdays included in the count, and the ones represent days excluded from the count. The first digit represents Monday, and the last represents Sunday. Thanks, Ben Collins.